Hi everyone, you're listening to Chương speaking. Yeah, my name is Chương THAH. So maybe many of you are curious like, what the fuck is THAH?
What the fuck?
Well, it was such a very long story back in my high school. But in this video, I think it's not appropriate to tell you. So just moving on in video, I got a nickname. All of my foreign friends call me Peter, cause I really admire the hero named Peter Parker. You know it's Spider-Man, right? In this video, I want to emphasize on my English learning journey from when I don't know even the simplest basic things like ABC, alphabet, something like that, till now. So it's gonna be 3 processes for you guys to be easily to watch me. So the story started going when I got to grade 10, it's high school, right? I was even very diffident because my English level then is very low, even lower than average. I don't think my peers around me can speak English better than me. And even the ones who get a high score in English subject, normally Vietnamese students, if not in an international school, they don't have the English speaking environment, which is a heartbreaking reality, right? As other students learn English in Vietnam, we learn English in our local school English teacher, whose English is not natively standard. Don't compare to native, they're still not standard. You know what I mean, right? They speak English as so many Vietnamese speak English because they don't also have English speaking environment, and I don't blame on them. But the point here is so many students were chasing the high score in school, and we call it achievement disease. Getting high scores in English subject in school doesn't mean you can use it properly in real life. Besides that, English curriculum in Vietnam is very grammatically. They just try to stuff the grammar for students. That's why the high rate of Vietnamese students cannot use English practically. Getting high scores doesn't mean speaking English well. We have to accept this as a part of reality. At that time, I don't have the mindset of having a high score in school because I was thinking the most important purpose of learning English or other languages is to communicate, not for get higher scores than doing nothing with that, right? Actually, at that time, I self-learn English alone by watching some English teaching YouTube videos. There are 2 most well-known YouTube channels then, that is Dan Howard and Kenny Sang.
Là một công chúa khi mà ăn có phải khoai mọi người.
Sorry, Kenny Ann. I'm really sorry for the drama of Dan Howard. I think you know them. I watch all of their videos, no skipping any videos. And from watching them, I found out so many different things between native speaker Giai and our Vietnamese local English teacher Giai. It's such a very huge difference. I don't know if you guys realize them like me or not. And I kept self-learning like that till the end of high school. My English scores remain 5 or 6 in average, but my accent is hugely different from my peers. My hometown is in countryside, and I don't have any chance to talk with foreigners. Out of high school, I get to another school, and we call it university, right? And I live and study in a uni dorm. I know this time my real opportunity has come, although my major is not English. But I think if I have some foreign friends, I can speak English better. According to that, I have joined all the English clubs that I could, and I try to find any way to apply what I have suddenly self-learned in high school. As a result, I get some foreign friends, although they are not native speaker, but half of a loaf is better than no bread, right? I was hunting foreigners around Hoàn Kiếm Lake. Yeah, don't need to make it in group. I made it alone. I take a bus directly to the lake, go around and try to find someone to catch up with. At the first time, I found a friend. He was also going around the lake to relax, and we had to talk for 1 hour. 1 hour of speaking English with a foreigner. You know, that feeling is very great. And I still remember at the end of the talk, he gave me a moon pie as a gift. As a big chance came to my life, I met a group of 7 Americans who are the same age as me, around 20s, and they are studying abroad in my uni. I never thought that I have such a propitious opportunity to really immerse into an English speaking environment, snatch up the chance. I make friends with them, although my English level then is not good, but I could still understand them partly. And then after a few weeks, we hang out so much. I guide them to go around Hanoi from Salt Lake to West Lake, blah blah. Then when they come, one of them went back to America, and their homestay remained one spare empty position. I think you guys can guess it out. And I filled in that empty position, and I officially live with 6 Americans in the middle of Hanoi. You know, this is my fastest English level developing time. I live with them in the house, and I get up and say fuck you, something like that. I live with them for closely 2 years, and now I keep maintaining my English by sometimes joining some English clubs around Hanoi. Yeah, you guys just listening to Chương story, and I have an English course for everyone who wants to improve your English communication skills and you don't know where to start. So this is the time for you to start. Now it's the time to say see you in my next video.